Hey everyone, welcome back to Limit Breaker Fitness. Monty here again. So today I want to talk about heavyweight versus lightweight and which one's better for building muscle. Now, disclaimer, none of it matters if your nutrition isn't on point. If you're not eating well, then there's really no point in doing any of this. Just click off right now. But if you are, let's get into it. Now, the truth is, it doesn't matter whether it's heavyweight or lightweight, because in order to build muscle, we have to do something called progressive overload. What progressive overload is, it's the increase in muscular demand over time. So simply put, we got to make our workouts harder and harder as we get stronger. Otherwise, we're not going to keep getting stronger. And there's three ways that we can do progressive overload. The first one, and the most common one, is by simply increasing the amount of weight we're using. You see, this is why the idea has been around that using heavier weights will lead to better muscle building benefits, because it's partially true. The problem is, it's actually the least effective way of the three in order to stimulate muscle growth. And it's also got some roadblocks in the fact that there's only so much weight we can keep adding before we can't add any more. So keep adding weight over time. Just know that there's other things we can do to help us make things go faster. The second thing we can do is increase our time under tension. You see, the longer the set takes, the longer the rep takes, the more tension is going to be put on those muscles. And the more tension that's on there, the more muscle breakdown that's going to occur. And the more breakdown that occurs, the more muscle building that's going to occur. All that to say, slow down your reps. Instead of doing, say, a 1 second concentric where you're lifting the weight up, and then a 1 second eccentric where you're lowering it, you can do a 1 second concentric lifting it, and then a 4 or 5 second eccentric. So really slow down the lowering phase, and you're probably going to feel a little bit of a burn. You're going to be a lot more tired, but your reps and sets are going to take longer, and you're going to be able to build more muscle. So that's number two. The third thing we can do in order to progressively overload our muscles is we got to chase the pump. We can add a bunch of reps and maybe do drop sets or maybe do supersets and really feel the burn and get those metabolites built up within the muscle. You see, when those metabolites like lactic acid build up in the muscle, there's going to be a lot of muscle breakdown occurring because of them. And like we know, the more muscle breakdown we can get to occur, the more muscle building benefits that we'll get. So incorporate drop sets and supersets. Let's take a practical example. Let's say you're doing the bench press and you usually do 135 for 3 sets of 10. Now you want to move up to 150, but you just can't get it. So what can we do because we can't add the weight? Well, let's slow down those reps. We can still try and aim for those 3 sets of 10, but now we're going to slow it way down. We're going to explode up, and then we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the way down. Get all the way down, really feel that stretch in the pecs, and explode back up. Now come on back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to notice that you're going to feel a real deep stretch going on in those muscles, and they're going to be hanging on for dear life, and that's going to cause that breakdown that we're looking for. Maybe you don't really want to slow it down. Okay, well, we can do a 1 second concentric, we can do the 1 second eccentric, but now once we crap out at 10, let's lower the weight. Let's go for 120, and now we're going to pump out a bunch more reps just like that. We're done with that. We can't get any more reps. We'll lower it down again, maybe 100 this time. And we'll try and pump out a few more until we can't go anymore. Take it all the way to failure. And that's a great way for us to build more muscle. Now, the absolute best way to do it is going to be to combine the techniques. Go ahead and do a 1 second concentric and then a 4 second eccentric. But then once you can't get any more reps in, lower the weight, do a drop set, and do it again with that same tempo of 1 up and 4 down. And that one's really going to hurt. I've done it. it sucks. But it's so great for stimulating muscle growth. Just remember, if you're doing this with the bench press, get a spotter. I don't want you in my DMs going, you hurt me, blah, blah, blah. That's why I got the disclaimer down there. But anyway, those are the 3 things we can do to increase muscle building. We can add more weight, we can increase time under tension, or we can do metabolic overdrive and really chase the pump. So heavyweight, lightweight, it doesn't actually matter. It just matters, are you progressing over time? And remember, heavy and light, they're relative terms. What's heavy for you might be light for someone else. So take it all with a grain of salt. And just remember, you want to compare yourself to what you were before. It's hard. You get all these Instagram pages and commercials with all these people looking shredded and massive. But remember, it's about being better than you were before. And if you want some help with that, hit the link down below. You can schedule a session with me, completely free, no charge. I'll meet up with you. We can go over anything that you want and, help each other out. So that's it. Oh, and like, share, subscribe, all that, help the algorithm out and get this information out to as many people as possible. And I'll see you next time, guys.